What's up, Sportscast? Welcome to the Sports and Stuff Show, the Kings of Sports. I'm Adam.
And I'm Carter.
And let's get right into it.
So, on the agenda today, well, first of all, we're on video, which is new. But on the agenda today, we got our weekly updates. We're going to talk about the changes in NFL coaching. We're going to talk about Boise State basketball. We're going to do a Guess That Cadence game for different quarterbacks around the league. And then we're going to recap Wild Card Weekend and look ahead to the divisional round.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just a disclaimer for the Quarterback Cadence video. Clearly did not steal this idea from Colin Cowherd and his show.
I was going to say, I knew I saw it.
No, what do you mean? It's first premiered on Sports and Stuff.
His is playoff quarterbacks. It's different.
Yeah, this is random quarterbers. We got backup quarterbacks in here, or like
there's
borderline.
Backups?
It's borderline backups, like Taylor.
We
Heineke
haven't seen
stuff.
the video yet.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I also had someone else edit the video for us, so I don't know if the audio is going to be good. Hopefully, but who knows? But yes, on to the weekly updates. As you may tell, we got new shirts. Just kidding. No, we're on video. That should be really nice. We wanted to have the like something in the background, so we got this blue, nice blue maroon. I don't know.
That is not maroon.
Your jacket. No, mine's more brownish maroon. But anyways, we got the 6 set up. I just want to thank the Hive and the Pulse for helping set us up. We definitely would not be able to do this on our own. So thank you to the Hive and thank you to the Pulse. And yeah, so this is our pilot. This is the Pulse's also pilot episode for video recording. So we will see how this turns out. So hopefully this will be on YouTube as well and on the Pulse radio. And we also changed, by the way, if we didn't, I think we mentioned it, how we moved to Thursday from 12 to 1.
I think we did.
So that should be good as well. And as for TikTok, we are booming. We already
More
know
than
this.
ever.
Yeah, I know. So, we had a video. So what happens in the video is I make fun of, the Maroon 5 song where he's like, I am in misery. But I put Missouri instead, and I was like the Chiefs because, some people think they're from Kansas.
Misspelled
Kansas.
Missouri.
I also spelled Missouri wrong in there. I missed an S. But it didn't matter because it's at 700K. 3 or 4 days.
You were talking about it last night, and you're like, whoa, this video's at 300K, and 10 minutes later, whoa, 400K.
I know, dude. And then, I wake up, and it has already, dude, that was insane.
Yeah.
I was so hyped when it hit 500K because I thought it was going to be there, but it did not stop there. And now we're going for 1 million. If we could get 1 million on a video,
It'd be awesome.
Insane. That's ridiculous. But, yeah, it's our most viewed video by, when we wrote this, it was by 100K. Now it's 200K. Our last one was the one awfully recorded,
Was it the
volleyball one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was 450. But yes, and we're also at 500.
There it is. There it is.
We are talking about this, how I'm going to ruin the numbers throughout this video, but okay, let's see here. 5,828. That's outdated, but we're at 5,828 followers on TikTok, so make sure to keep on following us there, and we'll be churning out more content. Yeah. And also, like we mentioned, we're doing a giveaway, a $100 sports and stuff giveaway to be exact. We just wanted to thank you guys for letting us hit 5K on TikTok, and we'll also be doing, we posted a list of, I don't know if I actually did, I think I showed it somewhere, of all the things, all the milestones that we'll be doing for giveaways in the future. But we did hit 5K on TikTok, so that is our first giveaway. I think the next one is 5K on Instagram, but we are still a couple ways away. But yes, we also have a graphic on our Instagram and TikTok that shows how to enter this giveaway, but we could also just list it right here. There's multiple ways to enter, and you could get multiple entries. So we have 1 entry per follow on all of our social media platforms. That's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I think that's all the social medias. You could also share our Instagram graphics that we made on TikTok and Instagram, and also the Twitter one as well. And 1 entry for liking our posts, for liking the giveaway graphic posts on our social medias. 3 for leaving us a review on Spotify, which is a new feature that is really cool. I think it's only on mobile. But yeah, if you could do that, that would be amazing. And 5 entries for subscribing to our YouTube, which will be churning out more content, obviously. And I think that's it. Also, we have more merch in the store as well. So this giveaway will be even nicer. We got coffee cups. We got basically anything. I think we got aprons on there, like cooking aprons. We got cooking aprons. I don't know why. Why would you need a sports and stuff cooking apron? You ask us. I don't know. Why should it be like our most selling like product
At this point?
Sports and stuff like cooking aprons, man. But
all
yes.
Right. So I don't have anything. Do you have anything else?
Oh yes. We also
there's more.
We got the new card. We got the cards as we had premiered in last episode, but we made a little tweaking to it. So we will be taking up the card every segment like we did before. But once we get them wrong, we have these notepads, and we'll just randomly pick it up and just try to flow it into our conversation here, and it'll be interesting. So like before, Carter wrote these for me. I wrote those for Carter. Hopefully Carter gets more than one wrong. And like
I really didn't even get it wrong.
I know,
though.
he didn't
If we're
even really
being
get
honest,
it wrong. Like,
card,
you said knees at first, so like that was technically
ridiculous.
right. But anyways, we're not gonna reminisce on how I cheated Carter. But anyways,
all right.
yeah.
Well,
Do you wanna do
before we
card
get
first?
into the next topic, let's do the
I
first
swear you
one.
better not pick. What is it?
Logos and mascots.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right. Let's see an interesting one.
This
This is a pretty easy one.
Okay.
Which MLB team logo features the team mascot wearing a baseball cap?
That could be any.
No, there's only one.
Dude, there's only one.
Yeah.
Dude, I have no.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah, and well, give me the options. Like,
Oh, right.
Yeah, don't just leave
Which
me out to
MLB
dry.
team logo features the team mascot wearing a baseball cap? Is it the Blue Jays, the Orioles, or the Marlins?
It's the Orioles, right?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
I forgot I had to give you options.
Yeah. You're trying to
All right.
cheat me out here.
Dang
Okay.
it.
You got a football one. Anyways, so let's see here. I'll be nice to you. Oh yeah, this is fitting for this episode.
Oh.
Which Hall of Fame quarterback led the Packers to a dramatic win over the Cowboys in the famous 1967 Ice Bowl? Your favorite team, the Green Bay Packers.
It's Bart Starr, right?
Bart Starr?
Was
No,
it
I didn't read them, but I'm not going to take that option. He's not on here though.
What?
Tom Landry, Norb Hecker, Vince Lombardi, or Don Shula.
Are you serious?
It's Hall of Fame coach.
Oh, I thought you said quarterback. Lombardi.
Yep. Okay. Man.
Yeah, I thought you said quarterback.
I was like,
okay.
what? When did he coach? I was
Well,
so
he
confused.
actually did coach. I learned
Did
that
he?
today. He coached the Packers for like 8 years, and he was bad. He was bad.
Well, like I feel like players are just normally bad at coaching. Like, didn't Michael
Well-
Jordan try to coach and he sucked? Like,
I'm not sure. He's the owner of the Hornets right now, but some players are good coaches.
Like-
Others are Bart Starr.
I remember,
So.
who was it? Skip Bayless made like an argument on Undisputed that the best players are the worst coaches. But I mean, I don't really know if there's really any proof to back that up. I mean, I don't
Oh.
know, but
I guess we'll see.
yeah.
Okay. On to our first topic, which is Boise State basketball. We are now 12-4, 3-0 in Mountain West Conference play on a 9-game win streak overall. We won at Nevada 85-70 on Wednesday. Marcus Shaver with 28 and Emmanuel Acott with 23, and then won at New Mexico 71-63 on Saturday. Marcus Shaver again leading the team, this time with 18 points. So we were very hot. Shaver is really pacing the team right now offensively, and the upcoming schedule is pretty tough. The next 3 games this week are tonight versus Air Force at home, Thursday at Utah State, Saturday at San Diego State. So these are pretty big games. These are the games you want to win if you're going to contend for the Mountain West title and try to get a bid into the tournament.
Yeah.
So I think that 9-game winning streak on the line, these are the ones that are really going to show us what the team's made of.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of interesting because we had our toughest opponents get postponed because of the COVID.
Yeah.
Like I think we had,
Colorado State for sure.
yeah, and
I
then
saw got postponed.
we had the Wyoming game.
Yeah.
Which Wyoming was really great at first. They kind of cooled down a bit, but they're still pretty great this year. I
Yeah.
mean, the Mountain West looks pretty great this year.
It's a lot better than I thought it would be.
Man, I mean, I mean, the Mountain West is usually like pretty garbage. Like it's usually just Boise State and that's it. Like
It's usually a 1, maybe 2 team in the tournament type conference, but
yeah,
I could see a scenario where they get 3, maybe even 4 this year.
Yeah, I mean Nevada's pretty great. I would say. There's also Wyoming. Wyoming's pretty great. I can see Wyoming, Nevada, and Boise State all making it this year.
I think San Diego State might be the top of them all right now.
Seriously?
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're really good. Colorado State, of course, is always good.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see, but I think it's just impressive that they went from 3-4 to on an 8.
Looking like they couldn't score a basket to save their lives, and now
yeah, I know. It's
putting
insane.
up 85 at Nevada.
It's pretty crazy. And we haven't beat Nevada in like 6 years is what I've been told. And it's like, that's ridiculous that we just ended up pulling that off. Like that, I mean, it's kind of hard to shake those things. Like regardless of how good you are,
right.
kind of like kind of like Alabama, how they always struggle against Auburn every year for some.
Yeah, some teams just have other teams' numbers. I mean, coaching staffs can change, players can change, and sometimes it just stays the same.
Yeah, I mean, it was very interesting. And with Marcus Shaver, I also have a funny story. At one of the games I was reporting for, this one dude. So they always at all the basketball games they have those rich people chairs that like all the rich people just buy, and they get like the seat row. This dude, it was all quiet. He would just be trash talking all the players. He was rooting for Boise State, and he was just trash talking them because they would miss all the shots. And he's like, Marcus, you're the best player out there. You gotta make it. And he's like, steal the ball from your teammate.
Dude was like courtside?
Yeah, he was like courtside. And the same dude was like in a completely different game. It was all quiet. And he's like, that's a call. He's like, I forgot it was. I think it was a travel or something, or like I think it was a travel. He's like, that's a travel. And it was quiet. And it was so funny because he legitimately thought because it was quiet, he could actually get his input. Like, the refs are going to be like, oh, thanks for calling that out.
They definitely heard it.
Yeah, I mean, they heard it, but it's not like they're going to be like, oh, you know what? We're going to listen to you because you're definitely not intoxicated right now.
But that never stops people from complaining.
I know.
Including players and coaches. They're not going to
funny.
change their mind either. But
I mean, sometimes when the players go like, that's clear, and the refs do go like, oh, yeah, and then they do throw it. But, like, they're not going to listen to fans. Like, there's no way. Like, players maybe. Tom Brady, yes, but...
Aaron Rodgers, yes.
Jimmy Garoppolo, yes. But man, anyways.
Yeah, he for sure gets the superstar treatment.
Yeah. That's so ridiculous that like some players, I forgot just we'll talk about it later actually. Yeah. I'll let you slide for now.
Okay.
Anyways,
card time.
Yes. We are on to our next topic, which is coaching changes, which means another card.
Let me look away so I don't see the sport. Seen on screen.
We haven't got one of these yet.
Okay, so this is like, these are sports-related questions that have to do with shows or movies. So, okay. Which actor's first movie role was a high schooler playing for Samuel L. Jackson in 2005's Coach Carter? Was it Paul Walker, Channing Tatum, or Ryan Gosling?
Well, I know they were all in the movie, weren't they?
I honestly don't even know.
I know 100% Channing Tatum was in the
remember.
movie, so I'm going to say Channing Tatum.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
This is not as fun as last time.
Yeah, I know. We were getting them all wrong. I knew Channing Tatum was in that movie.
Yeah.
But I didn't know anyone. I knew there was that one dude that like had to do all the push-ups or whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who he played or whatever. But your turn. Let's see. Baseball.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know anything about baseball.
Okay, who was the first MLB player to have his name retired? George Kelly, Charlie Robertson, Lou Gehrig, or Babe Ruth?
I've only heard 2 of those names.
I know. That's why I was like, it's gonna be interesting.
This is ridiculous. Lou Gehrig.
Damn it!
Seriously?
No, yeah, I thought Babe Ruth was gonna be like a clear curveball right there, but dude, it's gonna be.
Let's go.
We gotta get one wrong
Let's go.
to make it interesting. We're not gonna be reading any. We're just so afraid to read the other person's trash talking. If you don't know,
I had no idea.
Seriously?
I had no clue. That was
Me
a
neither.
total dark. Babe Ruth just felt way too obvious.
That's what I thought.
And
too.
I didn't know the other 2, so.
Yeah, I was like, it has to be Lou Gehrig or Babe Ruth. But if you don't know, I'm a Packers fan. I think you already know this. I'm a Packers fan. He's a 49ers fan. They're playing this weekend. We also, I know we haven't seen them, but we know that there's a ton of filled Packers and 49ers slander in here that we have to read. So we're avoiding those as much
Pretty
as we
much
can.
exclusively, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of his include just trashing the Packers. At least mine have some taste, got some flavor.
No, mine have taste, but the ones with taste are at the back, so they're not going to happen now.
Maybe I'll start from the back. Hopefully those aren't Packers.
No, the first one is a must.
The first one.
Actually, the first two are the best.
The first one you wrote took the whole page.
Well, I was planning on making you say it 4 times if you got 4 wrong. Now I don't even know if...
you got to
get one wrong.
I'm just too good. I've been practicing my trivia before this, by the way. Wink, wink. Anyways, coaching changes. We did not get to this topic last time because we had too much fun. But anyways.
A lot of people fired.
Yeah, man. It's kind of ridiculous. So it's kind of like the Black Friday, but instead of Black Friday where you buy stuff, you sell stuff. And for coaches, it's like the first week. That was a horrible analogy. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
You kind of tied it in at the end.
It kind of works. You get the gist. At the end of the year, they fire coaches that didn't work. Luckily, we did postpone it because they did get some more fires like we expected. Yeah. So it's more interesting. Anyways, so some of the coaches that were fired, there's some big shockers in here, like Matt Nagy.
Right.
That was a.
As well as Ryan Pace, the GM for the Bears.
Dude, that was insane. Yeah. Whoa, no one would expect.
I actually have a friend who's like a huge Ryan Pace defender.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't know why, but he's like, I want Nagy gone, but I want Pace to stay. He was really upset when they let Pace go.
That is so weird. You're gonna give him props for drafting Justin Fields because I feel like that was the best option. And whoever made that decision might be good enough to stay.
I think that was Pace.
Pace? Maybe, but that could be an argument.
Same dude who traded up for Trubisky, though. So
Trubisky
take the good with the bad.
Did you hear that story about how Trubisky had there was a meeting to see how the Bears could do better, and Trubisky came with a huge list of stuff to fix.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Matt Nagy didn't even show up.
I think that Nagy and Trubisky both held the team back.
Yeah,
but I think you can argue that Nagy held them back more.
Yeah, it's so weird because now you look at Mitch Trubisky as he was an awful quarterback, but maybe it was just a system.
He did have at least one good year.
He had a decent year. I don't
know. I'm sure he'll get a chance to at least spot start at some point in the next couple of years. So we'll really see.
And it's also very tough for him because he got drafted right before Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, two generational quarterbacks. If one even plays again, but we'll get to that. Anyways, Mike Zimmer got also fired. He was the coach for the Vikings. So there's 2 coaches out for the NFC North. Easier for the Packers. Joe Judge and Gettleman were fired, or Gettleman retired, but we all know he's going to get pushed out anyways.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised because I thought I saw something where they said they were going to return Daniel Jones and Joe Judge and Gettleman next year.
Man, if they brought back that trio, that's so bad.
That's so ridiculous.
I think they give Daniel Jones another shot, but I think firing Judge and Gettleman was the right call. For sure.
Just put it this way.
No one was buying into Joe Judge's tough guy act anymore, and and that type of stuff doesn't fly when you're losing.
You cannot think you're gonna keep your job if you call a QB sneak on 2nd and 3rd down on your own 5-yard line to give your punter more. That's expecting yourself to fail.
So bad. It's so not even a handoff.
Yeah, that mentality is literally expecting that you're gonna fail and not convert.
Yeah.
So that is so ridiculous. That he had to be fired after that. I'm just saying. And also,
to his credit, he threw this big beer and pizza party for him and all his assistants that got fired. So, cool dude. Trash coach, don't get me wrong, but that was a cool thing for him to do.
He's like, yeah, they overpaid me anyways, so
well, they did. Yeah.
Man, and then Brian Flores got fired for the Dolphins. That is the most ridiculous move I've ever seen. What he had winning seasons.
That's a stretch.
For now,
now,
for all these coach fires.
The rumor is that Flores and Tua were really at each other, and they chose Tua over Flores, which I'm not sure how. I don't think that's the right decision, but supposedly I don't know how much truth there is to this, but a rumor came out that caught quite a bit of steam that Flores actually told Tua that he wanted to draft Mac Jones.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can't
That's
say
so
that.
funny.
And I think we all knew Flores had interest in Deshaun Watson, so
yeah,
which
I think there's
he
a
did
rumor
come up again. But
Yeah.
I think there's a good chance wherever Flores goes is where Watson's going to go.
Yeah. I heard a rumor. I don't know how true this is, but Brian Flores and Deshaun Watson are trying to coordinate where they land so they can land together, which makes sense. And dude, New York Giants, maybe.
Maybe it's just hard to imagine them making two really good moves back to back. You know.
I know, like that's kind of like asking too much from them.
They do have two top 10 picks this year.
I mean, but the thing is that the Giants haven't been a horrible franchise since Joe Judge and Gentleman. Like they've been pretty good. They won 2 Super Bowls. Like
McAdoo was pretty bad too.
yeah, he was kind of dumb, but we'll get. I mean, I don't even know. What was I gonna say about Brian Flores? I think that was a kind of like a ridiculous fire. Like especially if he was able to have winning seasons. I mean, it wasn't like he was getting.
He's a good coach.
0-14 every year.
He'll get picked up for sure.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he isn't the first hire. If not, I mean, I could see some of like the offensive and defensive coordinators getting hired, but I think he's definitely getting a head coaching job.
There's a lot of people getting interviewed right now that are current coordinators.
I think we have him in here as well.
Yeah.
But we also have Vic Fangio for the Broncos that got fired, the Raiders Mike Mayock that got fired, and David Culley, who was the Texans and got fired after 1 year. So there's that. So that leaves.
I don't think Coley got a fair shot.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, he took over a roster that was so bad, and they won a few games, and they were competitive in a lot more. I don't know. I don't think he got a fair shot at all. I think it was ridiculous that they fired him that early.
And it's like what do you expect? They traded all the good players away.
Yeah.
So like, what is he? He has nothing to work with.
And their best players sitting out all year, and
yeah, like.
And they still go win on the road at the Chargers by double digits in a game the Chargers need to make the playoffs.
Exactly. Like they came up with some impressive wins this year. I don't know why they fired him, but I mean, maybe
they beat the Titans too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. They beat the Titans. They beat the Chargers, which I thought that was a surefire game. I think I put that in my game logs when we were doing that.
I think I did too.
Yeah, like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But that leaves the Raiders, Bears, Vikings, Jaguars, Giants, Broncos, and Texans, and possibly the Seahawks, but we haven't gotten to there yet. And Cowboys as well, because of that news.
Potentially.
Yep. Those are potential ones. What do you think is like the best opening spot so far?
I mean, if the Cowboys' job was to open, it's for sure the Cowboys.
Yep.
I think if they were smart, they would give it to one of their coordinators. I think Dan Quinn wasn't amazing as a head coach, but he's great as a D coordinator.
Yeah.
I think they could promote Kellen Moore and ensure that they don't lose him.
Well, I think that's what they're gonna do. Is they're gonna fire Mike McCarthy. I would be surprised if they didn't do this. Honestly, fire Mike McCarthy.
He's bad.
Dude, he's the reason they lost that game.
Yeah.
But I mean, also Kellen Moore. It also got out that Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy checked off on that QB draw in the middle of the field with like. That was a ridiculous play, but I don't know.
Honestly, I'm kind of thinking the Giants might be the best of this. I mean,
I'm excited to see how the Giants
multiple top 10 picks. They have some young talent. I think if you bring the right coach and right GM in there, you can really turn that around. Whether you want to
quarterback,
that's part of it. Whether you want to use the picks on young players now, maybe try to get like Iquanwu and an edge and try to beef up the trenches, or you can use them to trade for maybe a Deshaun Watson or something.
Yeah, like kind of like the Rams did, where they just trade away all their draft picks for all their current players as well.
So I think that the Giants' job is pretty interesting. If there was an offensive-minded coach, the Bears' job is interesting with Justin Fields there.
I think I would have picked the Giants as well, but I'll pick the Raiders. I think the Raiders is very interesting because you get Derek Carr, and Derek Carr was able to get to the playoffs with nobody. All of his players started dropping left and right this whole year, and he's still able to do that, and he almost beat the Bengals.
I think they should just hire Bisaccia, the dude who's their interim head coach right now.
He wrote a letter to every single player.
Right.
Like a handwritten letter to every single player.
The players love him. He took that roster. I mean, he took over in the middle of the season when Gruden got unexpectedly fired or resigned. But Gruden was out. Bisaccia steps in, and they lost a bunch more players after that too. I mean, people just kept going to jail, kept getting injured. And and they went to the playoffs. And obviously the players love him. I mean, you see the clips on the sideline of them like pumping each other up, and he wrote thank you notes to every player, handwritten notes after the game. I think they need to hire him.
I think he deserves it. Like he has done a great job. Like
give him a 1 or a
2
year deal and see what happens.
No one expected the Raiders to make it. Like, let's be honest, no one expected them to be the playoffs. We all thought the Chargers or at least the Ravens. Like that, it's ridiculous that they made it. Like
I see a lot of people saying don't hire him as head coach, but keep him around as some type of assistant. But it's pretty clear to me that he's a good leader. I think that being a head coach makes sense for him. I think they need to give him a shot.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think John Harbaugh realistically is not going to leave Michigan to the Raiders. Jim, it doesn't matter. Is it Jim?
It is Jim. John is the Ravens.
John is the Ravens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I miss Jim Harbaugh.
I don't know. They're both Harbaughs. Very annoying as well. There's some top head coach candidates as well, including Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator. Didn't he? I know for a fact he was a head coach. Wasn't he the Bucks? Jets head coach.
Did not go very well.
Yeah, he was pretty bad. I'm surprised he actually was really great as like a coordinator.
It's like the same thing as Dan Quinn. Struggled as a head coach, great as a D coordinator.
But even with Dan Quinn as a head coach, he still got to a Super Bowl with them. Like, it's I mean, Todd Bowles stunk up the place in New York as well. But
Dan Quinn had his issues though.
Yeah, I mean, they both had him, but he's been pretty great. I don't know if I'd give him like another shot though. I mean, I don't trust it. I mean, the Jets are bad luck, but like
it seems like he likes where he's at. Are you talking about Bowles?
Yeah, Todd Bowles.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's worth a shot. It depends on the team.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Brian Flores, obviously, Byron Leftwich, which is the offensive coordinator for the Bucs, as well as Nathaniel Hackett, the Packers offensive coordinator, Doug Peterson, the former Eagles head coach. I don't know if I would hire him though. Because like the whole thing where he flunked purposely for a pick, like he definitely is going to be more of an organizational. Like the head front office is going to like him, but the players won't, and that's the more important thing. Is I don't think players would trust him, as well. Voice crack. My gosh, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was even worse. That was like
that was really bad.
That was a bad one. Leslie Frazier, the Bills defensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, Cowboys, he's probably going to be the head coach, and Dan Quinn.
I think you have Leslie Frazier there. I think Brian Dable, the OC for the Bills, is also a good candidate.
Yeah.
And, I mean, teams are interviewing tons of different people. Like, both coordinators for the 49ers have got head coach interviews, which is crazy because they're both, like, super young, super new coordinators, but they're already getting head coach interviews.
The 49ers are so bad, too. Like, I don't get it.
D'Amico Ryans is an amazing DC. No. He's trash. He should not get a head coaching job.
Yeah, he should just work at McDonald's instead. Just fire him off. As well, we also got the quarterback coaching cadence topic, which means another card.
Okay.
Oh no!
Come on, be hockey or something. Baseball.
Hockey or something.
Oh, this is the bottom of the knees card.
Oh no! Is it?
Yeah.
Seriously? Oh no.
Okay. Which player hit for the cycle twice in 19 days in 2018, both times against the Cincinnati Reds?
What is the cycles?
The cycle means you hit a single, double, triple, and home run.
Okay, I thought that was a hat trick or whatever.
No, hat trick is 3 goals.
No, but I thought it was like, okay, whatever. Just did.
Okay. Mookie Betts, Christian Yelich, Cody Bellinger, and Jose Altuve.
Oof, that's an interesting one. I'm going to say Mookie Betts.
No.
Dang it.
It's Christian Yelich.
Okay, so I'm just going to have to randomly, in this next segment, just slip whatever he has in there casually. And you also get a baseball one. That's nice. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. Which one of these leagues grew out of a rotisserie league baseball?
What?
American League, Little League, Fantasy Baseball League, or Minor League Baseball?
Minor League.
Nope. Fantasy Baseball League.
You did that on purpose.
I know.
You picked the hardest one because I don't know baseball.
I did.
You need to read the second one for this next one. It fits beautifully.
Yeah, I'll have to read the second one. But okay. Anyways, we made a random quarterback cadence list. Oh, you're peeking.
What?
You're
Aren't you supposed to
peeking.
read
Oh
it?
yeah, I need to read the
You
second
gotta
one.
know what
I
it
need
is.
I need to kind of fit it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways, yeah. So we made a video of random quarterback cadences. I don't know how good this video is gonna be because I did not make it. Carter did not make it. So we're just gonna have to guess. So we have the quarterback cadences in here. We have a list of 8 starting quarterbacks this year. I mean, starting. Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones, and Taylor Heineke. So you'll be watching this video as well. So if you want to play as well with us, that's encouraged. So without further ado, I think we just get into it. I think it's right here. All right. You ready for this?
Yep.
This will be interesting. Okay, this is the very first quarterback.
Only need a yard for a first. 180! What's that?
I'm afraid. Oh.
Okay. That was a very nasally voice.
Okay. What do we do here? Do we write it down and show it at the same time?
Yeah,
or?
I think we just write it down just randomly. Oh no. I peeked on the other ones. Oh, that's awful. I'm gonna say
Okay.
okay. 3, 2, 1.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. I got Matt Ryan too. Okay, let's see here. So it will say as well as show us a video here, hopefully. Maybe. No.
It's Josh Allen?
Josh Allen?
180!
What?
What's that?
I'm afraid.
Dude,
okay.
that's weird. I thought he would have a deep voice. Like,
All right.
that's crazy. I don't.
All right. I mean, let's do
Man,
the next
okay,
one.
okay. Next one.
0 for 1.
Dion Lewis in the game on a 3rd and 8. Has a blitz, but Jones has time.
Oh.
That kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
I didn't know what players it was. I think wasn't it Daniel? I think it's Daniel Jones.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It was.
okay, well, we'll skip
we
that.
heard it.
See, that's what we expect if we don't make the videos.
They said Jones takes the snap.
I
or
know. I'm
something
like,
that.
well, I heard Jones has time, so I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
okay. So that was Daniel Jones. That sucks, dude. I thought that was gonna be a difficult
I
one too.
wasn't getting it.
Whoa, it's Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I was not
Lewis
getting
crazy.
I was not getting that one.
Dude, that was a hard one.
Has a
He
blitz,
actually had a deep
but
voice
Jones
on that
has
first one.
Squad with Devontae Adams out is one of the receivers in the bunch.
I mean, we knew.
I know. We knew. Oh, dude, this
Everybody
sucks.
everybody knows that voice. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Actually, fun fact about Aaron Rodgers as well. I think, hot take this year, after losing to the 49ers in this divisional round, Aaron Rodgers will definitely demand a trade to the Chicago Bears.
I could not agree more. Well put.
I know. I think that's one of my hottest takes right there. But anyways, that was Aaron Rodgers.
I think we give
that
ourselves the point for that because we absolutely knew who it was.
Yep.
Squad with Devontae Adams out.
Whoa, that's
is one of the
crazy.
receivers in the bunch.
Dude, I swear, if I hope there's not other ones that spoil themselves, but let's hope.
A huge play.
Okay.
Carr hasn't missed. 8 of 8 for 138. First and goal, but it's back at the 5-yard line. We're good. Here we go.
Okay.
Who do you think?
I wonder, dude. This is a dumpster fire.
Fun fact about Derek Carr: he actually beat the Ravens earlier this year. Did you know that?
He did.
Fun fact about the
Whoa.
Ravens: Lamar Jackson is so trash that I think the Ravens should trade him in a first-round pick to the Eagles for Jalen Hurts.
I think they might need a trade too for that
Okay.
as well.
All right, glad
That'll
we're on
be a
the
nice
same
one.
page there.
Man, Derek Carr. Dude, this sucks. I'm so mad.
Let's see if we can get one here.
A huge play.
Let's hope. Let's just pray that there's another one.
We showed our stupidity on Josh Allen already.
First and goal,
I
but
know.
it's back
The
at
one that
5-yard
it
line.
didn't spoil it, we got wrong. Okay, what's...
180 Good read. Great job by the 8 minutes to go.
Okay, it wasn't spoiled,
Okay.
but I have no idea.
I know! Those were
Play
quick,
one more
too.
time. Play
Okay.
one more time.
Okay, this is Derek Carr right here.
Good read. Great job by the 8 minutes to go.
Okay.
Man.
So this one seemed like kind of like a deeper, quick one. So, I think I might know. I'll just put it on this random one. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
I went Matt Ryan again. I was between Ryan and Heineke.
I got Taylor Heineke.
But I'm going Matt Ryan.
Let's see here.
Damn.
Let's go. Taylor Heineke.
That was my first instinct, too.
Well, okay, my thing was that he's a younger quarterback, and I was like, he might have a quicker, like, he's not going to say, like, a ton of mumbo-jumbo in there. But, okay, next one.
That's okay. You can just pause it now so we don't get spoiled.
I think this is an easy one.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder who it could be. I mean, this one didn't get spoiled. I mean, we just know it.
I'm giving myself the point now.
Okay. Mahomes.
It's Mahomes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
imagine we're wrong.
Dude, I was kind of afraid. I was like, dude,
everybody knows that voice.
I mean, he kind of. I mean, if you haven't watched the Chiefs game this year, I mean, you would kind of know. Like, okay, ready?
Okay, here we go.
Next quarterback.
Oh.
Devontae, Carolina, and New Orleans play each other later today on Fox. So here comes Atlanta with Devontae Freeman back after missing 2 weeks with a concussion. They'll throw it on.
Yeah. Dude, I wish I
heard
paused
Carolina
it
and New Orleans.
Yeah, and then it said it right after. It said what team he's on, but I mean, I won't give myself a point here, but I'll let you see.
I was gonna say Baker.
Okay, Baker, is that your final answer?
Well,
it's gonna spoil it probably instantly.
No. I feel like I gotta guess him until I'm right.
No,
I gotta.
No, the Baker was your final answer.
No.
A Baker was your. Okay.
No, now I know I'm right.
What?
Matt Ryan.
You think it's Matt Ryan? You sure?
I gotta guess him until I'm right.
You're right. It said Atlanta at the end, so I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Okay, hopefully I'll get someone else to next time implement these and make sure. Yeah, that's why I said Carolina and New Orleans. But okay, let's see here. Do we have any other quarterbacks?
Have to make a decision on him on his 5th-year option as well.
Has a sack in the ballgame as well. Here is a handoff.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's right. I think we're good, right? With that?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's gonna spoil it. I don't know who else is left though. You already know?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I'm ready.
Is that Baker? I haven't seen Baker yet. I'm gonna go Baker.
I also said Baker.
Okay. Is it Baker? If it has to. I mean,
make a decision on him on his 5th-year option as well.
Man, okay, that was kind of a dumpster fire. Not gonna lie.
4 for 6.
Yeah, I don't even know what I went with. I'm not even gonna lie.
I will take it.
I just have on here Heineke, Mahomes, Baker, and the other ones were kind of spoiled. But anyways, that was fun. Next, I think we'll
try it.
again.
We'll try it again.
We'll try it again.
A little less scuffed.
Yeah, hopefully not spoil it halfway through. Be like, all right, Baker Mayfield in the.
Right.
Guess who it is? Dude.
Okay. So now, another card.
Yep. Okay.
keep...
Another baseball. I think we should
kidding
probably
me?
not
And
grab it from the middle.
football.
Yeah, let's go. You go first. Okay.
Okay. Which kick returner became the first special teams player to ever be named Super Bowl MVP?
This is easy. Devin Hester.
Was it Devin Hester, Brian Mitchell, Desmond Howard, or Deion Sanders?
Oh, I think Deion. It has to be Devin Hester.
It's Desmond Howard.
Seriously?
Yes.
Dude, didn't
the Bears lost the Super Bowl when Devin Hester was in it.
Yeah. Dude, do you think he probably would have won it then? No?
He housed one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he housed it on the first play, I think.
Yeah.
Like very first play. Dang, that sucks.
All right.
Which one do you want me to read? The first one?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, but whenever we get to that. But I didn't even read mine.
Oh, it'll come up here.
Okay. Okay. Which city is not the named home to both an American League and a National League team? Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles, or New York?
San Francisco.
Yep. Okay.
There we go.
Man. Anyways.
Feeling good now. Okay.
Wild card preview.
All right. We are going to review the wild card round and look ahead to the divisional round. So, home teams went 5-1 in the wild card round. I wonder who that one loss was. We'll get to it. there was a really weak showing for the 7 seeds. They changed the playoff format to allow 7 teams in recently, obviously, and it was this was not a strong case for that. The Chiefs absolutely demolished the Steelers, and the Bucs demolished the Eagles, but we'll get into that. So, the first game, the Bengals beat the Raiders in Cincinnati 26-19. It was the Bengals' first playoff win in 31 years, and there was some controversy there.
Yep.
So, did you see that play?
Yep.
There was a controversial call. So, Joe Burrow rolled out to the right, and he threw the ball before going out of bounds, and he threw a touchdown to, I believe it was Tyler Boyd. The ref whistled the play dead when the ball was like right here. He had almost caught it already. It was well in the air.
No, that was way before
It was
that.
well in the air. We'll watch it again after this. I promise you it was well in the air.
Oh, we can actually put it right here.
Either way.
This is where we insert this video. So let's see how good my editing is.
Okay. So, anyway. He didn't step out of bounds, but the ref said he did. So, in my opinion, I think they were right to let them have the touchdown because they made 2 wrongs and it made a right. He never stepped out of bounds, so it should have been a touchdown. So whistling it was wrong, but also letting it play on after the whistle was wrong. 2 wrongs made a right. Touchdown Bengals, Bengals win.
In my opinion, I think it was it was definitely an inadvertent whistle. They actually tried to play it off as the refs were like, oh, it was blown well after, and we discussed that if he caught the ball in the end zone, and that's what we were discussing. It's like, who's buying that? No one's buying that. We clearly all heard the whistle at least before the play ended. Like
barely.
I think that is clear. It was not barely.
I don't think
you could hear it. Like
I don't think the whistle affected the play.
I think
that ball was very close to Tyler Boyd's hands.
Okay, you could clearly see,
and the DB was cooked.
I think we're thinking of 2 completely different videos. I remember
obviously
in the middle at least. He either was right there, right before he threw it, or in the middle of the air before it even got there. It blew, and
it was closer to Boyd than it was to Burrow.
That's not
You'll
true.
See.
Okay,
You'll
whatever.
See.
But I think they should have redone the play. I mean, I think it's fair that they didn't get that reffing crew to re-ref, and that's the thing too. If they didn't, they screwed up. They clearly did, and I think the NFL is making the right choice for making them not ref again. Because that's the last thing they want is another controversial call in the championship game like they've had in the last couple years. Like, it's been ridiculous. So I think that is the best thing for them. Because fans are obviously mad, especially because it's Raiders fans, and Raiders fans get super passionate. So I think...
I mean, a team was getting screwed either way.
Yeah,
in reality.
Regardless.
So.
And it was a 4th down call, too. It was 3rd down. It would have been 4th down if they didn't. They would have.
I still think that they deserved the touchdown.
But I don't.
He didn't step out of bounds.
I mean, he didn't step out, but they whistled it and they screwed up. So I mean, it's not fair to penalize the Raiders for a screw up, and
it's not fair to penalize the Bengals for a screw up.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, exactly.
So there we go.
But it's also not fair to reward the Bengals and reward
the Bengals for making a good play and the ref screwing up.
Well, the ref screwed up. So if you just reward the Bengals and hurt the Raiders, I don't think that's fair. I mean, at least they should have redone the play. I mean, I feel like that's fair. Anyways, the Bills defeated... I don't know why you put the Raiders.
I don't know. I made the agenda late at night.
The Bills defeated the Patriots. It was so weird because Hulu... I just want to rant about Hulu real quick about this game. If you did not see my story, as much many of you might have not seen, Hulu has been horrible. Hulu has literally cut out half the games in the middle of the game on a 4th down where the Raiders needed the 4th down to at least keep the drive alive. It cut out for an hour. And I'm like, how am I supposed to watch this? It was so ridiculous. And on this Hulu game, they played the previous Bills-Patriots game without telling anyone to make it seem like that was the live game. And I was
serious?
Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking. And they did this with the other games too, because all of the games except for the 49ers-Cowboys game was a repeat. So they kept on playing those games to make it seem like they already played or something and they're live. And it was so ridiculous. And my dad made a joke and was like, I mean, the Bills destroyed them in both games. So, I mean, didn't really matter. But the Bills ended up destroying the Patriots. It was kind of embarrassing. They threw a something very inappropriate on the field as well. I think we just need to mention that. Not mention what that said object was.
I
but
love Bills fans.
Dude, Bills
Did
fans
you
are
see?
crazy.
Okay, they jump through tables before every game, but did you see the one where the dude was on top of a trailer?
Yes.
And he jumped so high.
Dude,
It was awesome.
how did they not get injured?
Snapped
dude?
through the table.
That's so funny. But yep, do you want to read Josh Allen's?
Yeah,
very
Josh
crazy
Allen
stats?
threw more touchdowns than incompletions, which is just nuts. And maybe even crazier, the Bills scored a touchdown on their first
They scored
seven.
They scored a
Wait, was it
touchdown on
7?
all of their drives
Or
except
was
for
it
the
6?
last one when they need.
It might have been 6. Either way, the first 6 or 7 drives, they scored a touchdown on every drive.
Yep, and even bleeding into last game, all of their drives from I think 3 drives from the last Bills game to this one against the Patriots were all touchdowns except for a knee
insane.
on 2 of them. And that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So a lot of people, including myself, thought Bill Belichick was going to come out with a good game plan against Josh Allen. I look dumb now.
Yep.
The Bills have kind of owned the Patriots this year, and the only game that the Patriots won was the crazy win game. So
Yep.
that'll be an interesting thing to keep an eye on next year. But yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Buccaneers and Eagles. I actually picked the Bucs, hoping that my jinx would work against the Eagles.
I also was rooting for the Eagles.
I thought the
but
Eagles were actually-
we knew the Bucs were gonna win.
I woke up and was hyped because I'm like, dude, the Eagles, I think they have a good chance because they were close last game at least, and this game was ridiculous because they did not throw to Devontae Smith at all in the very beginning, and once they did by the end, they started scoring. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, the Bucs opened up a 31-0 lead, and at that point, it was over.
They still played Tom Brady the whole game. Like, that's ridiculous. It was 31-0, and they still didn't. They were like, nope, we're still going to play Tom Brady. But
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to say about that game, honestly.
That was
It
ridiculous.
was just domination. The Eagles didn't deserve to be on the same field as the Buccaneers.
Yep, embarrassing.
I'll take the lead on this one.
Oh, no, really?
The 49ers went into Dallas and beat the Cowboys 23-17. Some of the big headlines are Mike McCarthy stinks. Dallas cannot manage the clock to save their life and had so many dumb penalties.
Yeah.
And then another big headline, Nick Bosa and Fred Warner both missed significant time in this game. Both should be back for the next round. There's a chance Bosa isn't because it's a Saturday game and he has to clear concussion protocol. Warner tweeted out that he will be okay. Bosa should be fine.
Oh, wow.
He should be fine.
Man.
Either way, this was a fun game to watch. Jimmy Garoppolo tried his best to give it back to the Cowboys. I mean, it was. Did you see? It was like
He was fighting for the
I think
Cowboys.
I think
there.
it was 23-7, and Brandon Ayuk routed the burnt toast that is Trayvon Diggs, and Garoppolo sails it way over his head, and then the next drive throws on the run and misses the receiver by like 2 yards and throws a pick. Like he was doing his best to get the Cowboys to win that game,
that
but
was so funny. And then he threw an underthrown ball so bad that it made Kittle fumble, but so lucky that it was an incompletion because that would have been a fumble.
He was just bad enough that it was incomplete.
I know. That was ridiculous. But
And maybe even outshining how bad Garoppolo was, the Cowboys, with 14 seconds left and no timeouts from like 40-ish yards away, ran a QB draw up the middle.
with no timeouts.
14 seconds, no timeouts, and then they blame the refs.
That's so ridiculous.
They run a QB draw, spot the ball themselves 4 yards ahead of where Dak slid, and then get mad when the ref comes in and respots it and time runs out. Like,
I don't know what was worse, that play or
What
that
do
the
you-
fact that that wasn't even the worst play call of the day. Like, so
yeah, it was.
no, so they had
That was one of the worst I've ever seen.
they had a punt. They had a fake punt. It was a brilliant play. Then right after, for some reason, they decided to keep their special teams on
Oh, yeah.
for some random reason. And then the special teams didn't know what they were doing, and they just stayed there. And we're like, I'm gonna show it right now, but they just stayed there, and we're like staring at the coaches,
For like
what do we
20
do?
seconds, and then the offense runs out and they get a delay game.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you just ruined the whole
They
drive.
are
And they didn't get.
so undisciplined and
They
so
stopped.
poorly coached.
They stopped on that drive. That was because they would have probably scored a touchdown if they would have actually ran a play there. Like, I don't get why they
the
did
Cowboys, I mean, the lack of discipline was insane.
Man,
they,
that was
they
ridiculous.
had, what was it, 6 or 7 pre-snap penalties. Randy Gregory had 2 himself as well as a defensive holding on a third down stop.
Man.
And, I mean, he should have got another one. He punched Debo in the back of the head after a play stopped.
Yep.
They are so undisciplined. But, yeah, they really shot themselves in the foot over and over and over, and 49ers move on to go to Lambeau.
Yep.
Do you have any thoughts about that?
I'll save it for when we go to the matchups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Chiefs just demolished the Steelers, 42-21. It was finally, officially Big Ben's last game.
Yep.
We've been giving him goodbyes
Walking
for the
dead
last
corpse
month.
of a player for forever.
Mr. 2.5 yards per attempt the last 2 years.
I mean, you can't expect them to win if their quarterback went up there legitimately and was like, you know what? We're a 12-point loser. We're a 12-point underdog.
Well, I
we
think-
don't expect this.
I want to believe that he was just like...
He said that like he believed it. Like, he's like, of the 14 teams in the playoffs, we're definitely 14. He was trash talking his team.
I want to believe that he was just like trying to make fun of the media, but
Regardless, that was so funny.
he also, I mean, we all
It got
knew.
worse and worse the more he talked. Like, he started trying. It was so funny.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes set an NFL playoff record. He threw 5 touchdowns in 10 minutes and 30 seconds of game time.
Yeah.
The previous record was 25-plus minutes by Tom Brady, so that is unbelievable. The Chiefs move on, as I think everybody in America predicted.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Upset.
And then last night, on Monday night, the Rams just destroyed the Cardinals, 34-11. It really only 2 good games here, but
Kyler Murray had one of the worst pick sixes I've ever seen in my life.
both picks were terrible.
He threw it up in the air in the end zone and then expected, no one's gonna catch this.
He's getting pressured in the end zone, and he like kind of sidearm underhands
I think he threw it up in the air. He just went go get it.
and it went to the line of scrimmage, but stayed in the air for so long. So obviously a Rams defender comes in, picks it off, runs it 1 yard into the end zone, and at that point, that made it 21-0. That was it. We knew that.
Dude, I don't.
That was funny. Did you watch the broadcast or did you watch the Manning cast?
I watched the actual broadcast.
I was watching the Manning cast because way better in my opinion, and they had The Rock on while that was happening.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard they
and
had
they're
the
like,
Rock in.
they're like, all right, Rock, you need to give the Cardinals a hype up speech and inspire them.
Oh,
So he
no.
goes on this 1 minute tirade that was actually he was trying to give an inspiring speech, and he was taking it seriously.
Oh.
And then the very next play after he ended was the pick six. the next play. So
Oh my
that was
goodness.
hilarious.
I thought he was gonna go on and say, it's about dry. It'd just be like,
Yeah. So
just say that.
I mean,
that'd be
also
funny.
about the Manning cast, they hopefully they stay on, but Peyton
they're funny.
Peyton swore on live TV again. And did you see the chain Eli Manning had on?
No.
So Snoop Dogg gifted him this big gold Death Row Records chain, and Eli wore it for the broadcast. It
Oh
was
my
amazing.
goodness. I saw one part where Eli was like, and let's go to Peyton to break down that touchdown. And he's
Right.
like, I can't, was that it?
Yeah,
And then he's
yeah,
like,
and he swore.
I can't hear
Anything.
And then he's like, anyways, never mind. Yeah.
So yeah. Also, Buda Baker got hurt.
that was,
in
and
a,
then
in a
Cam
collision
Akers-
with Cam Akers.
Cam
and-
Akers taunted on him. I don't know
He
if
didn't
he knew
know.
it, but
I don't
yeah.
think he knew. He tweeted after the game. He's like, I had no idea, nothing but respect for Buddha. So
That was
hopefully
insane.
that's true. But
That was, I don't know how, that was just 2 big hits and
yeah,
that was crazy. That's
And
kind of scary.
directly head to head. But I
That was-
I think Buddha Baker's okay. He tweeted out an update that he was going to be all right. But I mean,
Man.
he's got a long time before his next game. He can
That
get
was
healthy.
ridiculous.
So. Anyway,
So
so the divisional matchups are set. So the Cincinnati Bengals will travel to Nashville to take on the 1-seeded Titans, who are 3.5-point favorites.
Yep.
All the home teams are favorites this week.
Yep.
The 49ers will travel to Lambeau to take on the 5.5-point favorite Packers. I think that's bumped up.
5.5?
I think that's bumped up to 6 or 6.5 with news about Jimmy dealing with a shoulder strain. Rams at Buccaneers, who are 2.5-point favorites. And then the Bills will go to the Chiefs in a regular season rematch. Actually, all these are regular season rematches other than the Bengals-Titans. But the Chiefs are also 2.5-point favorites over the Bills. So
That's kind of ridiculous. That they
all
play
home
right now.
favorites. Do
Yep.
you see home dominance once again, or do you think we'll see an upset or two?
Oh, let's go through the list here. So Bengals at Titans. I think the Titans are going to win. I mean, I think they're hopefully going to get Derrick Henry back for this game, and I think that they're going to pull off a close one. I think it's going to be very close, but I
think the
Titans
Bengals do have a shot here.
I think they really do have. I think they have a legitimate shot.
I mean, this Titans team they've proven capable of beating anybody, but also proven capable of losing to anybody.
Yep.
So, I think this is going to be a good game.
Bengals are red hot right now.
They are.
Yep.
Yeah, and they are very confident.
I mean, if they get
As
past
they should
this,
be.
I don't know if any other real team could stop them. I think they could legitimately take down any other team.
They have a real chance.
Yeah,
I think
ridiculous.
I think out of all the teams left, anybody can beat anybody right now.
Yep.
I think we got the right 8 teams left.
Yeah, I think one matchup stands out from the rest, but I cannot say which one that I think that is. Anyways, did you pick your team for that one?
You know, I'm gonna go Bengals. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Well, I have the spread here. I'm gonna take the Bengals in the points.
Yeah.
Take the Bengals plus 3.5.
But who do you think's gonna win?
Fine, Bengals.
Joe
Shiesty continues his run.
Okay. As for points, I will take the Bengals in points, but I think the Titans are gonna win. This next game,
49ers at Packers. Why don't you give us your thoughts?
You know, I have a straight sentence of what I think about this game. The 49ers are beating the Packers, then winning the Super Bowl.
I could not agree more.
Yep. That's my take on it.
That's your honest
take. My legitimate take as a Packers fan.
So, obviously this is a rematch from the regular season. Both teams look pretty different now than they did. This is also a rematch of the 2019 NFC Championship and many playoff matchups throughout the last decade.
Yep.
Historically, San Francisco has dominated this matchup in the playoffs, but I think this is the best Packers team we've seen out of any of those matchups, and also probably the worst 49ers team we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting.
It'll be an interesting game. As for the spread, though, I will definitely take the Packers. It's... I mean, I think I have to take the 49ers then, after what I said. I mean, I'll take them for the spread, I guess. But
I'm taking 49ers to cover and win. I'm super biased, I admit that. Of course we're going to be. These are
at
our
least
teams.
we're not bettors because we definitely lose money.
The Packers have been one of the bottom run defenses for a lot of the year. And it's going to be cold, and San Francisco's a very heavily run team. It's going to be a lot of running.
It's going to hurt the 49ers because they're not used to the cold, and you don't lose in Lambeau.
But lost in Lambeau to the 49ers a couple times.
Anyways, the Rams at Buccaneers. This is a very great game. I think if the only two teams could really take down the Bucs, I feel like, it's the Rams or the Packers. And that's not really saying much.
I don't know.
Because
they're pretty injured.
But I think the Bucs are pretty injured. The Rams look pretty good. I think that this could be... I don't think it's going to be as a blowout as much as the last game, but I think it's going to be close. I think the Rams are going to win. I could also see Matt Stafford being a Matt Stafford and throwing a horrible interception and losing this game, but
both those things can happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Buccaneers to win and to cover. It's playoff Tom Brady. I don't have it in me to go against him. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't... The Rams got a big win last week, but the Buccaneers are going to come in a lot more prepared than the Cardinals did. The Cardinals, that was embarrassing. They really didn't.
I thought they were going to put up a fight.
They crumbled down the stretch again this year, as they always do, and as Cliff Kingsbury always does. But
they're like the last year 40 Seahawks.
I think the Buccaneers at home, after the Rams had a really easy matchup, I think the Buccaneers are going to smack them in the mouth early, and I don't think the Rams have it in them to recover.
Yep. As well, there's the Bills and Chiefs game. This should be the game to watch, I think. I think it's definitely not going to be a blowout like last time, but I mean, it could. The Bills have a knockout punch, I feel like.
Both of these teams are capable of blowing out the other.
I think it's definitely going to be high scoring. Watch, and this is the thing. You always think those high scoring games are going to be high scoring. I'm going to think this is going to be a low scoring game. Yeah, it's going to be a low scoring game probably for that.
But these all should be pretty high scoring.
I think I'm going to take the Bills. I think I trust the Bills right now more. I'm not that confident in it, but I'll take them in the spread, I guess, because the spread doesn't really give you any favors there. But yes.
I think I'm going to go Chiefs.
Okay.
To win and cover. They are back after all, like I said, after they won like one game. I was more right about that than the Colts, we'll say that. But I think the Chiefs look really good right now. I mean, Mahomes to Tyreek is just unstoppable. And I get the Steelers didn't deserve to be there, but 5 touchdowns in 10 minutes, that's absurd. And
Yep.
I just think they're the better team. And at home, Arrowhead is going to be rocking. And I think that they're going to move on. They have a really good chance to go to their 3rd Super Bowl in a row.
Okay, and I'm just going to say this. We all know I have the most accurate picks. Mine always never jinx me and never fail on me. So that is why I am picking the who did I pick? The Titans? The 49ers. The 49ers. I'm picking
It's not
them.
going to work.
It's all my picks are true. So
not
as
gonna
we
work.
know, they never get jinxed. It's not like I jinxed the soccer team or the volleyball team
not gonna
or
work.
anything here at Boise State. So the 49ers, I think they're going to win. Jeff, definitely they are going to win now that I said that. And Rams, no, actually Bucks, they're going to win that game.
So you made all your picks, and now you're just going through and making the opposite picks?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm offended
know.
that you would think that. What?
All right. I think
Anyways,
we're
I think that's it.
All right, that's about all the time we have for today's episode. On behalf of Adam and I, we want to say thank you for listening to and watching the Sports and Stuff Show. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Sports and Stuff Show, on Twitter at SNS_show, and on TikTok at Sports and Stuff Show. Get our video to 1 million. Also, make sure to catch our episodes live every Thursday on the University Pulse or on YouTube and podcasting platforms from 12 to 1 p.m. You can also listen to the show afterwards because they will be posted on those platforms.
Also, a big shout out again to the Pulse and the Hive
For
helping us set this up. And hopefully we'll make it a little bit even better next time.
No chance
I don't know
could have
how
done
we
this on
can
our
upgrade
own.
it. Yeah, I think we got a legit setup here. If there is a way to upgrade it, we'll find it. But a huge thank you.
Any feedback is appreciated.
Yep. Any feedback at contact at sportsstuff.show. Email us there.
Or
for
any
feedback.
comments of any of our social
Yep.
media. All right, so thank you again, and we will see you in the next one.
Peace.